Hi, welcome to valuationpodcast.com, a podcast and video series about all things related to business and valuation. My name is Melissa Gragg, and I'm a valuation expert and divorce mediator in St. Louis, Missouri. Today, we will discuss how to find hidden assets and or understated income in divorce cases with Leah Wietholter, a forensic accountant, certified fraud examiner, and private investigator in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's financial information and documents that people should start collecting as they prepare to file for divorce. And we're going to provide a checklist that you've put together. We obviously have valuation checklists, but there is a reason to prepare for divorce, right? And have you seen, well, you've already talked about one situation where you didn't prepare and you couldn't testify you couldn't get the data. If you're getting divorced, there's timing. Like you have to do discovery, you have to get subpoenas and things like that. But what kind of documents should they be just looking for, like around the house or in general? What suggestions do you have if they have an inkling that something might be wrong?
Yeah, I mean, really the bank statements, any business bank statements, or if you can find any like documents from Secretary of State or something that say that there's some sort of LLC and you don't recognize that name. Those are usually where to start. Credit cards, if you know that you have a Chase card and he has a Chase card, and then you see one day there's an Amex and it doesn't have the company name on it, maybe that he works for, just getting that information ahead of time and scanning it or taking photos of it, just so that you at least have one piece of something that can help with that discovery request, because there is only so much time to request information. I mean, you can try to extend discovery and things like that, but that's why getting organized at the beginning is so helpful. And if you have these little, well, I only have this 1 month. Well, if it's got the account number, we can get the rest through the attorney and discovery. We can get the rest. What's difficult is when we've already been through discovery, you hire somebody like us, and then you're saying, well, I'm pretty sure there's another credit card. If it is not showing up in any of the information that we've gotten that day, me going and writing a report and then maybe having to testify at a hearing to tell the judge why we need this information, and they're arguing. I mean, if you have proof of it, it is much easier to get that information. And especially if you can get it from the very beginning.
Yeah. And I try to tell clients that, the process isn't subpoena, like formally requesting bank statements from every bank that exists, right?
Right.
That's crazy. That's not how it works. You identify, we have bank accounts at, wherever, Merrill Lynch or whatever. And then the attorney goes to Merrill Lynch and says, hey, give me, these certain number of statements that are in either party's name. But there's not some official database, that you can just be like, hey, plug in my social security and it's going to spit out a number. Like this is, and yes, there's the dark web, and yes, there's other ways to get information, but it's different. Tracing assets and looking for hidden assets is finding the nuance of the statements and the nuance of the details and really trying to weave your way into it, right? And looking for tiny little pieces of information, kind of a lot of needles in a haystack.